Here comes the fun part. This is where we actually make this paper map come to fruition. I'm going to come over here and click the dog path. I'm going to connect it to the numbers. You don't have to have arrowheads, I do, so I know which way I'm looking. One per obstacle. Show the path. This is very important when you're first finessing the course. I'm going to use decimal feet. You can do whole feet, feet and inches, yards. To me, decimal feet makes the most sense. I'm not worried about obstacle discriminations right now. And click OK. So you can see that the program measures the distances between the obstacles based on the numbers. So from here, we can start manipulating the obstacles so that we have appropriate distances for the dogs that are competing. Excuse me. So initially, one of the first things I see is, wow, we've got 29 feet here, we've got 12.5 feet there, 25 here, so we've got a lot of variability. So I am going to move this tunnel down a bit so I can get some room up in here to work. Move this jump out some. So 13 feet here is pretty darn close for larger dogs, which to me is dogs that are 20 inches or better. So I want to give the dog a good distance. AKC says about 18 feet depending on the type of jump. So this is at 17. And you can see we've got a lot of distance here, so we can really move this jump. If you can find it again. There it is. There we go. We can really move that jump up and out. 12 feet here is way too short for a large dog course. So we're going to extend that out some. We can probably move this up to increase this distance and decrease that one. Maybe tuck this out to the side a little bit. So then we have this huge distance here of 29 feet. Now, there's really not a great way to fix that. You can tilt the course a little bit. You can finesse this jump here. But you can see that if we move it this direction, we have to contend with this being a very flat jump versus keeping it where it was, having a really long distance. So I think for this instance, we have 19 obstacles. I might actually, if we wanted to keep this pattern, I might actually put 19 here and then add a 20. And so that gives us the ability to use this jump. Now, I'm also looking 1 to 2 is really long. So we could add another number that would put us up to 21. That's an awful lot. So let's relook this. What can we do to fix this, to make it look or make it fit in this space? Some of the things you can do are use this jump and get rid of this one completely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when you come back around, 18, 19, 20. And 7 could then be, let's see, 7, 8. You could do that. And then you could maneuver this jump around. Now the problem with that is you lose an obstacle discrimination. So I'm not a big fan of doing that. So what else can we do? Well, simply we could add another jump. Right? We've got some room up here. We could move this up. We can turn this a little bit this way. Put it in the corner more. And again, just like in our previous courses we were looking at, you maneuver the obstacles around to fit the path that you like, but also to give appropriate distances for the dogs. You want to be sure that they have room coming out of a tunnel so they don't run into anything. You want to make sure, for example, with this number 10, they're jumping towards the edge of the ring. You want to make sure they have at least 10 feet to land and turn. Make sure that the path doesn't send them into a wall. So to check that, I draw a line on the path. So if we're shooting out of this tunnel at this angle, got about 11 feet. Okay, I'm good with that. Here we're shooting this direction. That's way more than 10 feet, so we're safe there. We can finesse all of this a little bit more to adjust the distances, make this a little more, maybe a little less here, to get the course that we like.